Hey guys, right here I have a 2016 Peugeot 408 Turbo. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key. Let's go ahead and start it up first. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car, the side mirrors automatically folds in, and upon unlocking, the side mirrors automatically folds out again. The 408 Turbo uses an electro-hydraulic rack and pinion power steering system. The Turbo variant gets a leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at 10 and 2, perforated sections on the sides, aluminium highlights around the spokes, and a flat bottom design. For Malaysia, the 408 Turbo is only available with a 6-speed automatic transmission with Tiptronic manual shifting via the gear lever. Rear parking sensors are standard across the range. To the left of the gear lever, you can find the buttons to activate the car's sport and winter modes. Safety features for the 408 Turbo includes 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, electronic stability program, anti-skid regulation, automatic hazard lights activation upon hard braking, and mobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the outer rear seats. Now, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. The bonnet release is located to the left of the front passenger's footwell. The 408 Turbo rides on 17-inch Melbourne alloy rims. The rims on this car are wrapped in Continental Contimax Contact MC5 225/45 ZR17 tyres. Disc brakes are present on the car, with the front ones getting ventilated units, while the rear ones are solid. The suspension gets McPherson struts in front and a torsion beam rear. Peugeot has two compact C-segment saloon models based on the 308 hatchback. One is a Chinese market-only 308 saloon, while the other is the 408 saloon. The latter is basically a larger version of the former. With the Asian markets preferring saloons over hatchbacks, unlike the European markets where it is the other way around, Peugeot is not offering the 408 in Europe. That being said, South America is another market where the 408 is sold in. The first generation 408 debuted at the 2010 Beijing Auto Show, and it is still on sale in certain markets right now, albeit with a facelift. The second generation 408, now based on the second generation 308, debuted 4 years after the original model at the 2014 Beijing Auto Show. The 408 Turbo uses a 1.6-litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, turbocharged inline-4 petrol engine with a twin-scroll turbo, variable valve timing and electronic multi-point fuel injection. Power figures for this engine include 163 horsepower at 6000 rpm, 240 Newton meters of torque at 1400 rpm, 0 to 100 km per hour in 9.2 seconds, and a top speed of 215 km per hour. The fuel tank measures 60 litres, and the combined fuel consumption for the 408 Turbo automatic is 8.2 litres per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is 190 grams per kilometer, and the 408 is a front-wheel drive vehicle. Exterior features of the 408 Turbo includes automatic manual leveling halogen projector headlights, automatic wipers, front and rear fog lights, rear parking sensors, indicators below the side mirrors, body colored door handles and side mirrors, a boot lid spoiler, and a body styling kit. You do have quite a large storage bin down below, together with your speaker right there. Right here you do have your mirror controls, window controls. All of the windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions, and you do have your window lock right here as well. This lever allows you to adjust the level of the headlight, while this button allows you to pop open the boot lid. And you do have some storage down there. Peugeot door sills for the front. And the driver's seat in this 408 Turbo does get full manual adjustments. This lever controls your seat back. This lever controls your seat height. And this bar down here controls your seat position. You do have a bit of storage right here. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The 408 Turbo does come standard with a dual-zone automatic climate control system, with all of the controls located right down here. It is quite simple to use. Right in the middle, you do have your fan speed, with your different modes, recirculation, front and rear defrost. Mono means if you have it turned on, the driver's side will control the temperature for both sides, but if you turn it off, each side will have individual temperature controls. And speaking of temperature controls, you do have your passenger side temperature with your automatic mode, and your driver's side temperature with your air conditioning button. Right down here, you do have a bit of storage, and you do have more storage right here. Again, more storage just below the head unit. To the left of the hazard light switch, you do have your electronic central locking button. This button allows you to open up the fuel flap. And to the right, you do have the button to deactivate the vehicle's electronic stability control function, as well as the button to turn off the vehicle's parking sensors. The 408 gets an integrated head unit with various media connectivity options and 6 speakers for the sound system. It is a very simple head unit to use. You do have the display right above, and a set of controls down below. In terms of your controls, you do have your volume and power knob. Mode basically allows you to change what is being displayed on the display, so you can have, say, your day, date and time, your media information, your telephone information and all that. Dark basically allows you to turn off the display partially or completely. You do have your 6 customizable stations. Source allows you to go between your different media options. Band allows you to go between FM, AM. Hit this button to bring up your sound system settings, and if you are in your FM AM menus, hit list to bring up your list of available radio stations in the area. Hit the menu button to go to your configuration menu. Use the return button to go back to the previous menu, and once you are in your configuration menu, you can use up, down, left, right and OK buttons to go through the menus itself. Now, you do have your CD player right above. It is MP3 compatible. Eject button for the CD player, and you do have your traffic announcements button right here. Huge front quarter windows, and as shown earlier, this car does have power folding side mirrors. To fold the side mirrors in from the inside, make sure this switch is in the middle and then pull back on it. There are no controls on the steering wheel, but behind it on the top right stalk, you do have your wiper controls. If you locate the button at the end of the wiper stalk, you can go through your multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Right now, you do have your gear position, current figures, which includes your range and instant fuel consumption, trip 1 and trip 2. Under the 2 trip meters, you do have your distance traveled, average fuel consumption and average speed. And back to your gear position. On the bottom right stalk, you do have your audio controls. On the top left stalk, you do have your light and indicator controls. And on the bottom left stalk, you do have your cruise control and speed limiter controls. You do have a couple of cup holders right here, a bit of storage, and a cigarette lighter or a power outlet depending on what you use it for. Adjustable front center armrest with storage down below. You do have your USB port right in there as well. Auto dimming, rear view mirror, and you do have your interior lights right above. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a couple of lights. And you do have your sunglass holder right here. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. You do have your speaker down there together with a bottle holder and some storage, and you do have your window control right there. Peugeot door sills for the back as well. The rear seats in this 408 do fold down. They split 60-40 when folding, and to fold them down, first make sure the headrests are all the way down, then locate the levers on either sides of the headrests, pull it, and then flip the seat back down. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is actually quite a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for leg room, I get about this much. And I do get about this much in terms of headroom. It is actually quite spacious back here. The seats are nice and comfortable as well. You do get storage pockets on the front seat backs, rear aircon vents with a bit of storage below it. You do have a rear center armrest with cup holders, storage, and obviously you can close it if you did not want it exposed. You do have your rear interior lights right above. And you do have grip handles with hooks for both sides at the back. There are a couple of ways to pop open the boot lid in this 408. You can use the button inside the cabin that I showed you earlier on, or you can use the button on the key. Boot space in the 408 measures 562 litres. For extra boot space, the rear seat backs can be folded down. Under the boot floor is some storage and the vehicle's full-size spare wheel, toolkit and jack. The rear doors open quite wide and an almost 90-degree angle, which does aid entry and exit into the rear seats. You do have adjustable headrests front and rear. Like the driver's side, you do have quite a large storage bin down below, together with your speaker right there. You do have your window control right there. The front passenger seat in this car does get full manual adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as found on the driver's side. You do have a bit of storage right there. Like with most other right-hand drive Peugeot and Citroëns, the glove box is actually quite small due to the location of the fuse box right here. You only have this area to store items in. No grip handle for the front passenger. And the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with a couple of lights as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2016 Peugeot 408 Turbo. Thanks for watching and goodbye.